versus film.
I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I find his movies to be hugely enjoyable pieces of work, something that you can go back to repeatedly again and again and always get something more out of it. And whenever a new Tarantino movie is arriving on the big screen, it's something to get really excited for. For me, it's an event movie. It's something I want to experience on the big screen as many times as I can, because usually I find that on first viewing, it's not enough to take in everything that the man's putting on screen. You need a second showing to really get some of the benefits of the movie out. That being said, I managed to see Hateful Eight twice. I seen it on Sunday, I seen it on Wednesday. I'm now recording the video of my views on it. So let's just go straight into the main story. This is Tarantino's 8th directorial movie. It stars Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins, Damien Bashir, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern. It's got one hell of a cast. If you're a movie fan, you know who most of these people are. The basic story is about a bounty hunter taking his bounty to town so he can get the money for it. He gets trapped in a cabin with several other people in the heart of a Wyoming winter, and that's basically the setup of the movie. Now, as I say in the trailer, somebody's not who they say they are, and that's basically the setup of the movie. Tarantino himself has said this is a mix between Reservoir Dogs and The Thing. The Thing is one of my favourite movies. It's one of John Carpenter's best, and Reservoir Dogs is where Tarantino got his start, and it's still an excellent movie to this day. It's something that's just really holds up well. So seeing an amalgamation of these two movies was something I was really curious about. Now, the movie's kind of split up into two halves, and both screenings I saw it had an interval of about 10-15 minutes in between chapters 3 and 4. This again, Tarantino results to the chapter format. Again, this thing is 6 chapters in total. The first 3 chapters is basically about setting up all the characters, and it does it very nicely, especially the first half when it's got Samuel L. Jackson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins and Kurt Russell in a stagecoach together travelling, and they just converse, and it's one of these things that Tarantino does best, just having people sitting down and talking, and their conversations are riveting. Even the second time around, that's when you can focus more on what's happening, not just the conversations. You can see the nuances within the performances themselves. When it gets to the cabin and you meet another 4 of the main characters, that's when things start to become a little bit more tricky. The movie becomes a sort of mystery. It's like Tarantino's version of a Western Agatha Christie story. And it's something that we've not really seen him done before. One of the characters try to deduce what has been going on or what has happened. But seeing the movie twice, it is much like Shutter Island, where you get a different perspective the second time of watching it, and you do that within this movie. I noticed things the second time that I had no inclination were there in the first watch. Story related items that you see a second time, you're like, oh, that's happening because of this, because you know what's coming next. It's not a movie with diminishing returns, which I was worried about because it was quite talky the first time I saw it. But what I really found out is the second one, even though the conversation still sparkles, you get to notice all the little things that are going on, and the performances themselves are absolutely pitch perfect for this movie. Some of the performances are over the top, like Tim Roth's character, Oswaldo Mowbray, who is almost acting like a pantomime performer at certain points. Unlike any other character in the movie, but it fits perfectly for that character. You have Senor Bob, a really thick Mexican accent. It's almost caricatured, but it's hilarious at the same time. Your 3 main leads, Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell and Jennifer Jason Leigh, are the base trio of this film, and they all perform fantastic, especially Jennifer Jason Leigh, who's pretty much gets covered in as many things as possible throughout the movie, whether it's brains, blood, stew, spit, snow, whatever. She takes it all without a blink. Samuel L. Jackson's character is an emancipated soldier who is trying to make his fortune with all the hardships he has to endure, is a really interesting character. Kurt Russell's character, John Ruth, is more straight down the middle. He is as he seems. And it's great to see Kurt Russell back on the big screen again in another Western, and he does really well. He adds some pathos to the character. It gives the character a bit of empathy as well. He is what he says he is, and he expects other people to be as forthright as what he is, even though they're more duplicitous. Walton Goggins, on first watch, was a little grating to watch, especially at the start of the movie. I came round to him near the end, but at the start he was a little bit abrasive for me. But on the second watch of this movie, he became the star of the show for me, with an absolutely fantastic, towering performance. Now, his character is a redneck racist who could be the sheriff of a new town or not, but he kind of grows throughout the performance, and it's fantastic to see. And his, oh shucks, dumber than dumb, redneck, racist personality really come through, and it shouldn't be a character you like, but you do like it, and that's part of the thing that you get with most of these characters. You shouldn't enjoy these characters. Like the title says, the Hateful Eight, they're all despicable people, but you like most of them. You're interested in most of them. Tarantino has a knack of making you like these people who aren't nice people. Overall, I found The Hateful Eight to be an absolutely thrilling, enjoying watch. I especially like the break in the middle of the movie. I feel it emphasised parts which I didn't expect it to. I thought it was going to be disrupt my viewing, and I can't imagine watching this movie without having the break in it. It'll be interesting when I finally get the Blu-ray to sit down and watch it to see if I do actually have the interval myself. All the performances are fantastic. Everybody does a great job. Especially the more you watch it, like I said, on the second time, I appreciated more and more about it. For me, this movie is a 5 out of 5. It was fantastic, and I hear people talking about how it's lesser Tarantino. It's similar to some of his stories, it's different in certain aspects, but it is still an endearing, enjoying watch, and a movie that I heartily recommend that you check on as big a screen as you can see it. It is really worth your time, worth your money. Hopefully you'll go and check out Hateful Eight before it disappears from cinemas. It deserves to be seen on the big screen, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my review, and on the screen there is links to 2 more reviews that you can go and view. And don't forget to click that large subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, and you can get my content first and foremost. And if you like this video, you hit the like button under it as well. Thanks for watching.